Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey G97 and welcome to the episode. In this episode we're going to be covering our very first race in Season 3 in our NASCAR 25 career mode. If you guys checked out the last episode, we were able to get both titles for the ARCA and Truck Series. As we started Season 3, we're going to be racing the Truck Series again, and this time around we're going to be starting our very first Xfinity Series. So we're going to try to see if we can try to do the same thing we did last year, like we did with the Truck Series, get ourselves our car in really good competitive form after a couple races and try to see if we can actually go again for another championship round. But I'm looking forward to it. I know it's taken me a little while just to get through the career mode, but we're finally still making some pretty good progress. So let's go ahead and get started with our Daytona race. Now, if you guys did remember, in our last episode, I did manage to keep the level 5 engine into this truck, and unfortunately, as you can see, that was not really the best idea. We qualified P16, but there really isn't nothing to be much worried about because we know both Daytona and Talladega are drafting tracks, and you just got to depend on your drafting, especially also some bumps from behind, to make some progress to the front. So you can see it's going to be a very short truck race. Right now we're getting pushed into turn 3, and the truck actually does feel very comfortable to drive. It was just the fact that we just had not the best engine, find ourselves back in pack, but it will take us no time to get where we need to be at. Matter of fact, once we get done with the first lap, we're going to be within and close to the top 10. So we got the first lap done. We survived another lap through this race. We're going to find ourselves actually battling for the lead right at the end of this race. We're going to try to take the lead from Kyle Busch if we can, as we're about to head to the triangle leading to the white flag. It's going to be between us, the 11 of Corey Heim, and we're going to have some company from Ben Rhodes. We do get a bump, and for some reason I actually got drifted up a little bit, and that actually upsets Corey's truck. And as you can see right there, we actually did get hit. Thankfully, on my end, we were able to actually keep the truck going forward. And since Kyle got himself a pretty big lead over us, we're going to take a huge advantage over this. We're going to get a nice bump from Ben Rhodes right there. We're going to shoot to the inside of Kyle Busch and easily make the pass for the lead. And from that point on, all I have to do here is just basically defend the bottom line and any other momentum coming from anywhere, even though we're pretty much well secured in the low lane. And that's going to be it for our very first race for the Truck Series. So we've already, within the new season, have got ourselves a win in the Truck Series, so it's been a good start for us. Really did not like making contact with the 11 there. It was a really messed up situation of how that happened. But yeah, we'll just have to keep on going along with this episode. So we've started this episode on the right foot, getting ourselves a W in the Truck Series. Now we're going to go ahead and swing over to the Xfinity Series side. And we qualified, of course, in the far back because we, of course, have level 1 parts overall for the car. So we're not going to be up toward the front or anywhere near what we qualified in the Truck Series. So basically what I'm going to do in the Xfinity Series is going to be basically survive, try to take some advantages on some good draft runs, and just hope for the best. And you can see from the first couple of corners, our car is winning nowhere near fast compared to the rest of the cars. We'll just have to rely on some checkups. That's the only thing I can do really for this race. So as we head to turn 3, we're going to try to find a way to get to the front if all possible. You can see there's a checkup right there, but fortunately we didn't really capitalize it. Plus we hit the apron twice, which really made us slow down a good bit. So that's a thing I have to pretty much have to get better at with this car, is try not to hit that apron. Otherwise we're going to lose control and lose a lot of speed just by doing that. So as we hit lap 2, gain some experience on what to do for the turns. We do see puffs of smoke up ahead of us, and we're going to get ourselves a nice run, get ourselves a couple passes made through there. And as we get to turn 2, we're going to get ourselves a nice bump from the 44. Fast forward to later in the race, lap 4, we got ourselves some more puffs of smoke, and we're actually 1 spot away from reaching our sponsor goals, so we're doing pretty decently well in this race. But as we head into turn 2, there's actually an accident. We're going to dip below the yellow line to the apron in the backstretch, and we have suddenly find ourselves into the top 10. and we're about to pass Austin Hill for 8th place, or tried to at least. So this race has really taken a turn for us in a very good way, and you can just see that we have no speed compared to Austin Hill. So we'll have to settle for 9th place overall for this rest of the race. But hey, I'm not going to complain one bit about that. It was just very odd that I've actually seen some action from the AI making mistakes and causing a crash at this track. It has never happened to me. But hey, I'm not going to complain. Got ourselves our first top 10 of the season with the Xfinity Series. So yeah, that's quite a shocker right there, so I'll take it. So overall, very good first race for both the Xfinity and Truck Series, with both 2 top 10s secured, plus the win from the Truck Series, and not to mention, but we also gained a lot of cash as well. And that's the reason why I stay behind the Truck Series, just so that way when we get cash, we can really upgrade and really transform our Xfinity car into the rest of the season. So there's the overall condition of the truck. We'll have to repair the truck for the car. I'm not going to be worried too much about the car. All I have to do is just basically put on some new level 2 upgrades and we'll be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and do our usual runs with the Truck Series. We're going to go ahead and repair the truck and just do the other stuff we've been doing with our truck. Now, before we do keep going with this, we're going to go ahead and head to our parts store, and we're going to go ahead and pretty much sell of all the parts we got on hand, all the used parts. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of these engines, get some cash back in these. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because sometimes whenever I do my career mode with the Truck Series, is I'll have an extra level 5 part. And since we got ourselves a lot of cash flowing in, we really don't have to worry about level 5 stuff anymore. We can just do level 6 throughout the whole entire both trucks without having to worry about with any funds. So that's the reason why I'm trying to get rid of these older parts and some of these level 5 parts, so that way whenever they do the level 6 stuff does in fact wear out, I'll just simply have to buy them. So we're gonna go ahead and sell the rest of these level 5 stuff for my trucks, for these spare truck parts, so that way, like I said, once I got a level 6 part that's used up, I can automatically buy a new level 6 part rather than having to reuse or use a new level 5 part. So and actually it's pretty good because we're getting a good bit of cash back too, which is awesome. So yeah, now we got our inventory cleaned out and we're pretty much ready to go for EchoPark, which I'm going to be curious to see how the truck does, because last time we were there, that truck was very understeery and we just could not do anything for that truck. We're going to go ahead and answer this PR event real quick as well. We're going to go ahead and do possibly the photo shoot. That way we can get ourselves a little bit extra cash back too. And check the office real quick too, see if we got anybody new. And we do have a new mechanic right here. We're going to replace him with this particular mechanic and get ourselves a little extra work points to play with. And that's going to be it for our truck for the EchoPark. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with our car for the Xfinity Series. First thing I'm going to do is going to go ahead and answer this first, and we're going to do the review of the old footage. That way we'll get ourselves a little bit extra work points as well. And we're going to check with our agent real quick too. Check out our next sponsor, which is going to be the Hard Candy Toxic Waste. After that, we're going to also go ahead and repair our Daytona car. We're going to do the balance workout form as well. After we get our truck repaired, we're going to also go ahead and throw in grade 2 parts for our car, as you see right here, and we're going to throw those parts into our current car for EchoPark, and hopefully we can get ourselves a little bit better result or performance wise than we did at Daytona, which I think we should be able to, since these level 2 parts should come in a bit more handier than the level 1 parts. So after we get everything already set to go, we are now going to go ahead and get ourselves ready to go to EchoPark for another double header, and hopefully we can pretty much duplicate the same thing. Another win for the Truck Series, and then for the Xfinity Series, hopefully we can get the goal, or luckily then our top 10. So you can see from EchoPark, we managed to went ahead and got ourselves the pole thanks to our new engines, and the truck actually felt very, very comfortable to drive. Unlike the first time I was here, this truck actually turns. It actually is quick, and it was a whole entire different story with this particular truck compared to the very first time I was here with my level 2 parts truck. I mean, it was huge difference, and the truck, it just felt really, really good. We're side by side with Corey Heim. We're going to be side by side for the whole entire lap, pretty much. He's going to get a little bit of a run. We're going to try to get the first lap led, which we did, and we basically defeated the whole entire race. Fast forward to the last lap. It's just between ourselves and Parker Klinkerman with his blue truck. He actually does go a bit higher line. I see that. We're going to come up the track just a little bit just to block it off. When we do a successful block, and we're going to hold off and get ourselves our second win for the Truck Series. So a very good start for us in the Truck Series. It looks like we're going to have ourselves a Corey Heim type of season. So yeah, very successful. Now for the Xfinity Series, we actually did qualify a bit better compared to Daytona. We actually started in P30. So, we're still back here, but I know we can make some grounds and, be able to try to get better and better by each week. So it was good to see that we actually are getting close to our goal. And luckily for us, for the car, it actually felt okay. It didn't feel tight or understeer or undrivable like the truck did when I did my very first race with it a long time ago. And surprisingly for this race, just like it was for Daytona, we've actually had, you can see those lot of smoke, showers here and there. As we get to turn 2, there's going to be a crash, and unfortunately, I misjudged time, and we're going to go ahead and annihilate Ryan Ellis in the rear bumper. And you can see we got ourselves a good bit of aero damage, and the front bumper, yeah, it's caved in a good bit, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to reset it. We're going to take the bullet, and we're going to go ahead and again get ourselves another 9th place finish at EchoPark. So it's crazy that both Daytona and Atlanta, the AI just crashed, and it was crazy. So again, the same results we had at Daytona. Got ourselves a good bit of cash as well, which is great. Here's the overall condition for the truck. As you can see, we got to change out the body and chassis. For the Xfinity, of course, it's level 2 parts. They're still in good condition. I mean, we lost a little bit more percentage on the body because we had some damage on it, but nothing to cry about that much. Now, week 3, the Truck Series are off week for us. For the Xfinity Series, we're going to go to COTA. Now, for you guys that are kind of not too familiar with COTA, even though I think most of you are familiar with COTA, we're going to go ahead and sign a new sponsorship and put it to the hard mode and try to see if we can get top 15s. This COTA format is actually a bit shorter compared to what F1 tends to run at COTA. So I'll be showcasing how I usually take it, and hopefully it helps out. So for COTA, we're going to go ahead and also run grade 3 parts through the whole board, and it's going to help us a good bit. So hopefully with these grade 3 parts, hopefully we can pretty much contend for hopefully maybe a top 15 finish. I do have a good bit of experience with road courses thanks to F1 games and Gran Turismo and Forza, but I don't really expect us to really go out there looking for a win per se. But if we can get a top 15, top 20 finish, that'd be great. Or if we can just meet our sponsor's goal, that'd be even great too. So when we make to the finish line, we're going to start P25, which is quite unfortunate. We actually did meet the time goal when we did our group qualifying, but it was just the way how it finished out. So as we get the first turn, it's going to be a very heavy braking turn. We're going to go ahead and try to see if we can make a spot or two at this very tricky left-hander. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to be in first gear, going down the hill. We actually did manage to gain a couple of spots. We're going to be held up, though, just for a little bit. We're going to be right beside Sieg, or try to at least, as we get through these upcoming S's. This is one corners you got to be careful of, because if you hit those yellow curbs throughout this whole entire section, those curbs can really throw your car off balance. Once you go through here, I usually go left, right, and then just go left through here. You can see there are some spots we can actually gain time on the AI. It's just we're still using level 3 parts that were kind of a bit further behind. We went ahead and send it. We're going to be 3 wide, heading to this one corner, which is not going to work in our favor. We're going to have to surrender that spot to the 91 car, and we're going to have to find a way to go around the 91. I know our car is decently good. I know it's well over past the top 20 car. It's just being held up by the AI is the main thing. Through here, I know they usually take a more different higher line. Usually I keep it close to these curbs, and you can just tell it easily gained on the AI just by doing that. And then through here, we're going to make a move on the 91. We're going to brake a little bit later than the 91. Left-hander right through here as well, get back on power, and that's pretty much how you get to COTA. So it's not that bad of a track. It's just having to get used to it and trying to survive and not messing up. That's the main thing. And of course, first turn, also very tricky to also master as well. As you can see, the 91 once again is right there, and we're going to are able to actually hold off the 91, and we're actually going to get ourselves a run at Harrison Burton, but we didn't get the position where Harrison was at because we made a mistake on the last turn. So other than that, 19th, which I thought wasn't too bad. It was just qualifying messed us up a good bit, and just hitting that one corner with the penalty, kind of corner. That was the main thing. So hopefully when we do come back here in the future, we'll have like the best parts possible, and we can just flat out dominate the entire race. Other than that, not too bad on the cash flow. Got ourselves about 40,000 credits, so not too bad. And of course, the car, not too worried about the condition either. For week 4, once again, it's going to be with the Xfinity ride. Truck Series is still off, so we're going to get ready for Phoenix, which is a track that I really have had great success for and really enjoyed it. For our PR event, we're going to go ahead and do the team building. That way we can get ourselves some actual work points as well. And as you guys may know, we're going to go straight to the parts store and get ourselves level 4 parts. And this is when, once you get level 4 parts, this is when you're going to begin, you're going to get much better results compared if you get level 2 or level 3 parts. So looking forward to see what we can do with the new parts, and we're going to go ahead and repair the next car to get ready for Homestead, and we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead now and jump into Phoenix. Before that, we'll check the office, and there isn't any new, well, except for this one particular mechanic, but other than that, that's about it for our hires at the moment. So once we get that done, now we are officially ready to rock and roll at Phoenix. And if you guys are curious, I actually do have a setup built for Phoenix. If you want to go ahead and just pause the episode and pretty much copy this one down. I did fail to mention, but the first 3 races I did, I think all the setups I had that were standard. So this is the very first custom one for this episode. So like I said, if you want to just pause the episode, follow its directions, you can. And you can just see qualifying was a pretty big improvement, 23rd. So we possibly can get the sponsor goal. It just depends on our race pace, how it is. And you know, I'm pretty familiar with Phoenix. I really feel comfortable with this track. We've done very well with this track format with both ARCA and Truck. Matter of fact, Truck Series was the first time I actually got pole and won the race at the last race at the Truck Series to become champion. First lap, gained ourselves a few spots, not too bad, but we're going to go ahead now, fast forward to the end of it, and this is actually leaning to the last lap, and we've got one more shot at the 48 to get ourselves the top 15. We're going to send it into turn 3, and the car just really turned very well, and it just felt really smooth. Got back on the power, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna get 15th place and meet our sponsor's goals. So yeah, we're actually getting some good results now with our car. So looking forward for the next race for this car once we get level 5 parts. There's no telling what we can do once we get level 5. We could hopefully contend for our top 10, and if we're lucky, it probably depends on the track. We could contend for our top 5 at least. So not too bad of a race for us. Got ourselves a good bit of cash as well. Fast forward now, we're going to go to Vegas. We're going to go do ourselves our next doubleheader with both the Truck Series and with the Xfinity Series as well. We're going to go ahead and answer our PR event for our truck, and we're going to go ahead and do shop cleaning. That way we can also increase our work points. Go to the office and see if we got anyone new. We don't have any new hires at the moment. We're going to go ahead and pretty much get our truck worked out, repaired. We will have to go ahead and buy ourselves a new chassis and new body for the next truck, since those two are actually our worn condition. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. And the one thing I did notice is that we're actually losing some cash. So hopefully we can get ourselves some good results. But that's what I kind of depicted, is that once you actually do get good parts for your Xfinity ride, you don't really necessarily have to worry about, having to buy all the parts at every race. Eventually we will stop doing that. Before now, if we're going to optimize the performance, we'll have to keep doing it till actually all the cars are all ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and answer our PR event. Actually, we're going to check out our next sponsor. If we finish the top 20, we get ourselves a new sponsorship. So I think we can do it. We're going to go ahead and do our work balance and repair our car and get ready for the next race. And after that, we're going to go to the parts store. And this is when it's going to get really pricey. We're going to go ahead and add in all the level 5 stuff to the car. And this is why it's very important to make sure that you have, 1, a lot of cash, and 2, you can rely on another series on a lot of cash, just in case if you have, any issues with just running out of funds with another series. So for the truck series, here is the custom setup I have currently for the trucks. If you want to go ahead and copy that setup into your truck, hopefully it'll help out a lot. Now for the truck series, I did find out that the truck, you pretty much can do a full throttle run or almost a full partial throttle lap around this track. We unfortunately did qualify pretty poorly overall at Vegas. I probably should have did a little bit more practice until I found that setup for the truck, but the truck's gonna drive really, really good. I mean, like I said, you probably are gonna be almost full throttle the whole entire lap. That's how smooth and how good it is. It's just, I would probably say the best lines to be at for this truck is going to be mid to high in turn 3. And of course, trying your best to clear traffic and not to get side drafted. That's also another very crucial thing. And then for turn 1, it's going to be the same thing. I mean, you can also, if you need to, you can also go like the low side groove as well. But I think the medium line should be like the optimal racing line when it comes to this particular track. As you'll see here, we're going to make a move on the 18 truck of Tyler Ankrum, and you can just see the speed is pretty significant right there, getting that momentum going on the higher side, passing the 18. As we get to turn 3, we're going to try and make a move on Ross, which we're going to do this right here. And then after passing Ross very easily, we find ourselves with some drafting help from Lane Riggs. Got ourselves a good run. As we hit turn 3, which is going to be 2 more laps to go, we're going to make a nice move on the 34. And you see right in front of us is, of course, Corey Heim. And we're going to gain some more ground on Corey as we head with 2 more laps to go. So we have a chance to get the win from Heim. As we got ourselves settled up in the first turn, we are basically right there. You can just see we just sent it, and it's just very smooth. We did drive the track just a little bit, but as long as we're with Corey or very close to him, to the point we can make a pass, then I'm not worried at all. And we're going to try to make a pass right here, turn 3. We're going to be side by side. Now, unfortunately for us, Corey is still right there, and he's going to get a nice run on the outside line. But we got one more shot into turn 1. We're going to be side by side, and we're going to send it into turn 1. And luckily for us, we are actually going to get him cleared, and we're going to just basically survive turn 3, and that's going to be it for the race. So yeah, it was quite interesting battle, I would say, to recover from a fairly poor qualifying performance. But yeah, once you get the truck dialed in just like that, you should not have any issues. And yeah, came back for the win, which felt great. And that's going to be it for our run for the truck series. Now, as we transition over to the Xfinity series, I've also got ourselves another setup that you guys can also use for the Xfinity series, and this is going to be a generational run. I mean, it's going to be incredible. This really shocked me of how good we were in this race. So, as we head to the race with our new level 5 parts, we actually qualified 18th, but this race is going to be, like I said, generational. So, very overall, pretty pleased that we qualified so well for this race, and the car, it just felt really good. I mean, I could already tell in some of these corners we could actually get back on the throttle a lot sooner than most of the AI could. I mean, that's how good the car felt. Also staying on the low side of the track also helped too. See, we are being held up a little bit by Taylor Gray, and as we get to those couple corners, our car was just absolutely flying. I mean, it was incredible. As you see here, as we get closer to Christian Eckes, we're actually going to get held up again. I mean, it just shows how smooth and handling the car was driving in this race. It was really good. So, but we're going to go ahead, show you guys this next lap, then we'll fast forward to the end. But it was just really good for us in this race, and you can see we've already have maximized our sponsor's goal, and we are going to be securely get that next sponsorship that for the next episode. So it's really good for us to really perform this well on an in-merit track with level 5 parts. So I just cannot wait in the future to see what we can do for the next upgrades. So could be level 6 parts could do it for us, maybe. We'll just have to wait and see what we can do until we get the win or get close to being winning condition form. So as we fast forward to the end of the race, and this, like I said, the race overall for us, it was really good. Like, I was not expecting for us to actually be contending into the top 10 at all. Maybe be close to it, but not be in it. And not only were we contending for our top 10, but it looked like our car was probably, I'd say probably the top, maybe the 3rd fastest overall or 2nd fastest, because I actually checked the leaderboard. And as you can see, as we finish up this race, we're in P6, and we probably have 1 or 2 more laps. We were catching Creed. So there was a good chance we probably could have gotten the top 5. I mean, it was incredible to see how good the car was going for this track. As you can see, we're so close for top 5, but we had to settle for 6th place. But yeah, like I said, it was just a generational good run for us, so which was enjoyable. So it was great overall for that car. So really good result for us. Got ourselves another win for the Truck Series and a personal best 6th place overall. So yeah, can't wait till we get to Homestead. Hopefully we can do well there. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, why not go ahead and leave a like. If you guys want to check out the rest of my playlist for the rest of my career mode, just in case if you miss any episodes, I'll have the whole entire list up there as well for you to check out. Hopefully this will help you out in the game and for career mode, what to expect and what to do for your cars and stuff. So hopefully that helps out as well. And until then, I'll see you guys later for the next episode as we come back to Homestead, and hopefully we can contend for a top 5 or a win for the Xfinity Series, and we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. Alright, until then, I'll see you guys later, and take care.